Welcome to the shooting show. This week we follow Stuart Wilson as he grabs his rimfire and heads out on pest control.
This box has been in place for 2 to 3 weeks now. Had my first rabbiting session in here, and the wind did a full switch, which kind of, spoilt the evening, with not many rabbits showing. Last night I sat in this seat with a view to trying to catch up with some of the foxes, because the silage in some of the backfields has been cut. It was going to be a rainy day, so I didn't want to be laid out in the field, so I thought I would get myself into position in one of the boxes, sit with the 243, see if a fox or maybe a buck would come past. And there were rabbits absolutely everywhere, so I've just quickly squeezed into the box. Following day, similar time, maybe a couple of hours earlier, and I've come armed with the 243 and the Ruger Precision with the X sight on. Because one of the issues I had last time was trying to film behind when the rabbits are coming out behind by this muck hill. So hopefully with the X-Sight now on top of the Ruger Precision, and then I'll be able to capture the kill shots with the X-Sight's record function, which will be quite handy. So first one's down, which kind of led me nicely into doing a quick sort of introduction and piece to camera. So time to sort of sit it out, and as you may hear on the roof, it's just starting to rain, so pretty good timing, to be fair. I'm going to make that do. 7 or 8 rabbits there. Ruger Precision performed really well. Enjoyed that with the night sight, being able to sort of record, particularly when you've got the shots behind and it's a bit more awkward with the camera. And yeah, the fact that it's got the adjustable buttstock, quick adjust as well. It's basically a tool. It's a little lever. You can adjust the length. You can take the cheek piece to where you need to be, because obviously the scope's a little bit higher than you normally have with a conventional sort of optic. It's about 2.5 inches above the bore. The centre of the optic is 2.5 inches higher than the centre of the bore. So you know, when you take that into consideration, ballistically, you've got a little bit of jiggery pokery to do. For all you can log that into the profile on the ATNX site. Getting this cheek piece where you need it so that you've got a comfortable shooting position, you know, it makes all the difference. And to be fair, I've had one shot sort of deviate because I actually hit weed on the way in, and apart from that, everything's been dropped with the one shot and with authority as well. I had Winchester subs in to start with, but I did check zero with Ely subs and Winchester subs, and there wasn't a great deal of difference on the impact at 60 yards. So yeah, all performed really, really well. I'm going to get these rabbits paunched and done because my mate's wanting to be out stalking in the morning. And yeah, it's been quite eventful. Yesterday I sat in the box with a view to trying to tidy up some of the foxes on this land, and it only came with the rimfire, and sorry, it came with the 243. And sod's law, I could have done with the rimfire because of that many rabbits that came out. There'd be about 20 or more in front of me at one point. And then I thought, well, I'm not going to get caught napping this session, so I fetched the 2.2 and the 2.43. As I'm going to zero, put a final zero onto the 2.2. There's a dirty great dog fox in the corner of one of the fields of cut silage, and then later on through this sort of session, a buck had popped out and blasted through. He came out maybe sort of like 100 yards in front of the box somewhere there, an area where, you know, historically I've not seen a great deal of deer. So, you know, it may be that this temporary box eventually just maybe ends up on a stand. It's very handy for the rabbits. I'll certainly shoot plenty of foxes out of it when I get the opportunity. And if there's going to be bucks coming through on this piece, then so be it.
Stuart managing to get a respectable bag of bunnies there, and now it's the Shooting Show news.
This is the Shooting Show news. The general licences have been restored, partially at least. 3 new general licences were released late on Thursday, covering most shooting undertaken in England for pest control and crop protection. BASC said these new licences are fit for purpose in most circumstances, but the approach to protected sites such as SSSIs is still under debate. BASC Chief Executive Ian Bell said, "We appreciate it's not a perfect situation and there may still be some confusion. The organisations will continue to be on hand to steer our members through." General licences were one of the main topics of debate at the BASC AGM at the weekend. It was also Peter Glenzer's last AGM as chairman, as he stood down from the role, though he continues as a vice president of the association alongside John Thornley. Owen Cameron was elected as the new BASC chairman, while the organisation also has its first ever female vice chairman in the form of Claire Sadler. If you want to brush up on your rifle or shotgun skills without breaking the bank, check out the free skills days taking place up and down the country. We visited the skills day at Brace's shooting range near Bristol, where a familiar face from the shooting media told us all about them.
Well, we're running the Brace's leg of the Field Sports Skills Days, which are all sponsored by Blaser. So it's a wonderful opportunity to shoot Blaser, Mauser, Zauer rifles, Swarovski scopes, and try out the latest night vision from Pulsar. And it's all completely free. This is a lovely little range. You can probably see there's a big hill behind that. Behind that is Bristol, but the big hill is enough to make a fabulous backstop for everything we're doing today. We did one at Greenfields of Salisbury, Cluny. They've got a lovely range up there. We've got this one, and at the beginning of July there is still a chance to go to Swillingtons in Yorkshire and we're holding a day up at Coniston. It's fchannel/skills, fcha.nl/skills, and you can still sign up for Swiddington's Day there.
And finally, Will Watson, the head keeper at Dallowgill, is the greatest gamekeeping shot in the country, according to the results of this year's NGO Golden Grouse Shoot. Taking place at Coniston Shooting Ground, this year's event saw more than 170 keepers and supporters take part over a 100-bird sporting layout. Will came out on top with a score of 81, 3 clays ahead of the nearest challenger. Plans are already in place for next year. If you're interested, get in touch with John Clark using the details on screen. That was the Shooting Show news.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.